Welcome back to another episode of How It Works. My name is Ken Baker from Green Pro Solutions, and this is part B of how to use a multi-system unit. As I had mentioned in the first series, is that this has multiple hoses, multiple manifolds, and 2 pumps and motors. The first series I showed how to use 1 manifold and 1 tank. What we're going to do today is we're going to show the same process very quickly, but how to use this manifold and to use some of the other tanks that are not on this manifold. So again, we're going to go through the process. First thing we have to do is make sure the suction and return are open. Make sure your filter's open. Make sure your fill system's closed. Start your motor. Turn your throttle where you want it. Engage your regulator where you want it, whatever gauge you want it to be. Now what the difference is going to be is I'm going to send the product, say we're going to do the 150, which is this tank up front here. I want to send that over into the 250 here. Now I can't do it on this manifold because this manifold is only controlling the 150 and the 55, which is this one and the one behind there. So this is an application tank. This mixes your product as you put it in there. Now what do I want to do with it? Maybe the 150 is not going to be big enough. That's 3 of these. And maybe you want to make a bigger load and put it into the 250. Well, you can. And that's going to be roughly 5.5, 6 mixes of this. So now it's all running. It's doing what it needs to do. And you don't have to have the regulator engaged when you're transferring from one tank to another. It just makes it happen faster. So you can let it sit idle if you want to. I usually engage at high pressure so it transfers much quicker through the system. So right now it's circulating through here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my link system over here. See the link system. There's only one valve on the side of the link system. And again, I'm going to shut these because this was for weatherization. So to pretend they're closed here. Now again, a lot of people will typically leave a suction and return open all the time just so they don't forget. In this case, we're going to shut these. We're going to open up the suction link because that comes all the way around over to here. And then we're going to open up the return link, which comes from here all the way over to here. Now that's going to enable that to go from that tank. It's going to go suction, but now I'm going to shut this return. Again, it's coming from the 150, but I don't want it to return here anymore. I want it to go over there. So I'm going to shut this. So now the product's inside this tube. There's only one way to go because these valves are shut. It's going to go through this return. It's going to come over and into here. But now where is it going to go? Right now, nowhere because the valve's shut. So I'm going to open up the 250. So now it's coming from the 150, coming from the 150, and it's returning not to the 150 because I have the valve shut. It's going to go to the link system, which is now going to go through here, all the way through the return, come over to here. Now it's filling this tube up. Has nowhere to go until you open a valve, which I'm going to open up to 250. Or I could send it to the 400, the middle one, if I want to. So you have those options. So now it's going to go back to fill there. And right now, the product is being emptied from the 150, and now it's filling the 220, the 250 here. Now you want to be careful. It's going to, pump is going to drain this very quickly, so you have to time it. So when that's all said and done, you want to, when you're getting low here, you'll see how low it gets, is that you want to mix up another batch to put over there to fill the tank up, or you want to maybe do that with a 400. And all you want to do then is you open up this return. So now it's circulating again. You shut your 2 links. So now it's circulating. What's left in this tank is circulating. And then you can just basically shut the unit down, turn your throttle down, keep your motor running if you'd like, open up your container, add more product, transfer more water into there. Now there's a couple different ways you can transfer that water into there. Is you can pull from the transfer pump, which is underneath here. It's an electric transfer pump. If you want to mix up your next batch, you can use your transfer pump, which will come up into your system through your transfer pump through here. And the same thing here, you go to link it. It will come back over into here, and then you can fill this tank. And then you can mix it again and start the process all over again.